What was supposed to be just another polished luxury appearance quietly detonated into one of the most talked-about celebrity moments of 2026 when Song Weilong and Zhao Jinmai crossed paths under the blinding lights of Gucci, instantly turning a fashion event into a full-blown internet obsession, because from the second Song Weilong stepped out of the black sedan in a razor-sharp Gucci suit that blended minimalist restraint with undeniable star power, the atmosphere shifted. Fans screamed. Cameras scrambled, and something unspoken hung in the air, and when Zhao Jinmai followed moments later, no longer the familiar girl next door, but a poised, confident fashion muse in a bold lace and leather ensemble, the narrative rewrote itself in real time. As whispers that had lingered for weeks suddenly felt impossible to ignore, especially once the two were spotted inside the VIP lounge, not performing for cameras, not orbiting PR handlers, but leaning close, exchanging genuine smiles. Shared laughter, and an ease that felt dangerously authentic, with one candid moment capturing Song leaning in to whisper something that made Zhao burst into an unguarded laugh, instantly igniting timelines and sending fans into meltdown mode, while others noticed how he subtly positioned himself beside her as the crowd thickened, guiding her forward with a quiet, protective presence that screamed leading man energy, without ever trying, and in viral clips circulating across platforms, the way Song looked at Zhao, focused, attentive, unhurried, became the screenshot that launched thousands of theories, because visually they were everything fans crave. From the dramatic height difference to the effortless balance of strength and softness that mirrors classic C-drama fantasy. But the obsession goes deeper than aesthetics, since both stars sit at pivotal career peaks, with Song Weilong firmly established as a top-tier leading man and Zhao Jinmai redefining her image through critically acclaimed roles, making their sudden closeness feel not manufactured but momentous. And as more behind-the-scenes footage surfaced, fans began dissecting every micro-expression, every shift in posture, every second of eye contact, arguing over whether the chemistry felt spontaneous or carefully restrained, while industry veterans quietly noted that moments like these are rarely accidental yet almost impossible to fake, because true comfort between two people radiates in ways choreography never can, and this was precisely what kept audiences glued to their screens, replaying the same clips over and over again, noticing how Zhao's guarded public demeanor softened whenever Song was near, or how Song's usually controlled expressions slipped just enough to reveal warmth, familiarity, and something that felt distinctly off-script, and the more the footage circulated, the louder the discourse grew, with supporters framing the encounter as the natural extension of mutual respect and creative alignment, skeptics dismissing it as overinterpretation fueled by CP culture, and fan detectives digging through old interviews, press junkets, and casual remarks for any breadcrumb that might suggest this moment had roots stretching further back than anyone realized, while Gucci, intentionally or not, found itself at the center of a cultural whirlwind. As analysts observed a measurable spike in brand engagement, search volume, and social chatter that eclipsed even the official campaign visuals, proving once again that in the modern attention economy, people don't just buy clothes, they buy stories, emotions, and the illusion of intimacy, and Song Weilong and Zhao Jinmai delivered all three without ever issuing a single statement, which only intensified the intrigue, because silence in moments like these functions as fuel rather than restraint, allowing fans to project their hopes, theories, and fantasies onto the blank space left behind. And as the hours turned into days, the narrative expanded beyond romance speculation into a broader conversation about image evolution, career timing, and the shifting dynamics of China's entertainment landscape, where younger stars are no longer content to be boxed into fixed archetypes, but are actively reshaping how maturity, professionalism, and desirability are perceived. And Zhao Jinmai's transformation in particular became a focal point, with commentators praising how she navigated the event not as someone trying to appear older, but as someone fully inhabiting her current stage of growth, confident without being aggressive, elegant without losing warmth, while Song Weilong's presence reinforced his transition from heartthrob to anchor figure, Someone whose appeal lies not only in his looks, but in the calm authority he brings into shared spaces, and together they embodied a pairing that felt aspirational yet grounded, cinematic yet strangely relatable, like a scene pulled from a drama that audiences didn't realize they were already emotionally invested in, and whether this alignment was the result of shared experiences, professional chemistry, or simply the rare magic of two people meeting at precisely the right moment in their lives. It resonated because it felt earned rather than imposed, and this authenticity is precisely why the Gucci event has been retroactively reframed as more than a fashion gala, instead entering the collective memory as a cultural flashpoint. A moment where fashion, fandom, and narrative collided to produce something larger than the sum of its parts, and even those who insisted it was merely strategic branding couldn't deny the effectiveness of the outcome, because strategy only works when audiences are willing to believe. And belief on this scale cannot be commanded. It has to be invited, and Song Weilong and Zhao Jinmai, intentionally or not, extended that invitation with every shared glance and unscripted laugh, transforming speculation into participation and viewers into stakeholders, and as conversations spilled across borders, languages, and platforms, international fans joined the discourse, pointing out how rare it is for a single event to cut through cultural barriers so seamlessly. Driven not by scandal or controversy, but by subtlety, restraint, and emotional suggestion, and this global response underscored a broader shift in how celebrity moments are consumed in 2026, where the loudest impact often comes from what is not said, where intimacy is implied rather than declared, and where audiences crave connections that feel human rather than hyper-produced. And in that sense, the Gucci night did more than elevate two stars. It highlighted a new template for influence, one rooted in authenticity, timing, and emotional intelligence, leaving both fans and industry watchers wondering what comes next, whether future collaborations will confirm what many already feel, or whether this moment will remain suspended in ambiguity, preserved as a perfect snapshot of possibility. And regardless of the outcome, one truth stands firm. Song Weilong and Zhao Jinmai didn't just attend a Gucci event. They authored a moment that redefined conversation, dominated timelines, and reminded the world that sometimes the most powerful stories are born not from declarations, but from quiet proximity, shared space, and the courage to simply be seen. Thank you for reading, and if you don't want to miss the next story that sets the internet on fire, make sure to subscribe to 24H News, TM, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below.